Good morning, everyone. This is Jeremy from Tie Dye Tanks. I have a update on my tanks. This is my 29-gallon tank. As some of you who have been watching me may know, this is my first attempt at aquascaping. I've had this tank for a while. It had some other fish in it, and I put them in the other tank that I'm going to show you in just a minute. And I put some guppies in here and shrimp. The shrimp are harder to see, of course. They are around. I don't know how many there is, but they're around. And I got some nearite snails in here. And as you see, there's a female, and she's been putting eggs everywhere, which they're not going to be fertilized because it has to be in brackish water. Anyway, here's just an update on some of the plants. I've got green kabamba in here, and that's all the way up to the top. And that has shot up crazy in the last couple of weeks. There's also hornwort. You can see that among it. And over here, that has taken off as well in the past couple weeks. Actually, all these plants have really taken off in the past couple weeks, except for the Lloydiella. That was always very high in this tank. It has been growing. It actually hasn't really halted or stopped growing, but it's growing out more now. All right, now the wisteria here. This stuff grows faster than anything I've ever seen. It was little small stems like 3 weeks ago, and this is what it is now. It has definitely overtaken the Amazon, or the red Reuben sword that's down there. That's slowly growing. Now, as you can see, the carpeting plants are feeding off all kinds of runners, and we're gonna have a carpet here very soon. A lot of this new stuff right in here is new growth. Along down here, you can see new growth over there. The Cryptocoryne undulata, as you can see, a little baby guppy right there. Hi, baby guppy, how are you? He's hiding behind the snail now. Anyway, the Cryptocoryne undulata, that stuff just continues to expand and grow. It's like gangbusters now. It's growing so much. Oh, I forgot to show you this Myaka fluvialitis. That's the feathery plants up here. That's almost up to the top now. So this stuff is just growing crazy. The Anubias nanas back there, they are about the same size, but they don't get too much bigger than that. They're growing out a little bit. Alright, and this tank, like I said, that moss is still in here. I haven't removed it yet. It still smells like it wants to live and wants to be alive. It just isn't growing very well. The other moss is doing pretty good, though. Okay, let's go over to the other tank. And this tank's a 40-gallon. It's a 40-gallon breeder. And its inhabitants are Harlequin rasboras, brilliant rasboras, a green cory, shrimp, and one autosynclus. My other autosynclus died. There's the one autosynclus. Not sure how he died, but I just found him in a tank one day. All the other fish are fine, though. This tank's a little dirty. I had to take a filter off this tank and put it onto another tank that was an emergency tank that I made. So I'm getting I just need like a 10-gallon size filter for this tank that I'm going to get here soon. This hornwort is growing so well that I took a big piece of it out and I put it in my 10-gallon emergency tank that I set up. The Lloydiella is growing even more. Now, this Myaka over here, which is right here, hadn't seemed to be growing very well, but if we come around to the side here, you can see that it's shooting off some offshoots there. that are growing, and you can see a shrimp. If I get the right angle, there's a blue shrimp right there, and there's actually 2 of them that hang out. I don't see the other one right now, but this moss has a bunch of hair algae on it, which I can take off with an old toothbrush. I'll do that. I'm not as much worried about how this tank looks as the other one. To me, this is very natural looking. It's starting to look more natural, so especially the money wart. The only thing that I'm not getting is a lot of carpeting. That's because I have sand substrate in here, and it's like a rough, like a gravelly sand. So, but all the inhabitants over here are doing good, except for that one autosinkless. I don't know why he died, but sometimes that just happens. You can see all the harlequins back there. There's 2 little baby ones that I just got recently, and when I went to the fish store, I found out that the 4 guys that I got originally were customer return. I was wondering why they were so big. Okay, let's go back over here and let the guppies say goodbye to you, and I'll explain something to you. I'm not going to show you that 10-gallon emergency tank because it's just a temporary tank. In just a week or so, I'm going to be setting up another 29-gallon tank that's going to have the inhabitants of that tank in it, along with some other fish once I get back to work and rolling, because we're finally getting back to work and finally being able to make some money. and from what I hear, we may get another $1,200 stimulus. That would be great. All right, let's see if we can find a couple baby guppies to say goodbye. Oh, here's one. Bye bye. Say goodbye to the future, ladies and gentlemen. See ya. Bye.